Howdy ho, comic nerds! It is blast it or stash it. You know, I really want to emphasize that. Howdy ho, comic. The screw. I was all set. I was primed and good to go, and I was going to be super professional tonight, but you screwed it up for me. I finally got around to watching Double S's video. I didn't get a chance to watch it before the prize giveaway, so I got to watch it. And he said, "What is it, Huey? Blasting or stashing? Blasting or stashing? I gotta know." And I think I got to go back to blasting or stashing just for Mike. Yeah, Mike.
Speaking of that package, I want to address something.
Okay, you address something about your package.
Double S, I do apologize. That is not a sword on the cover. That is a dildo. Fucking Huey has led a misguided life. He's
I see what you're talking about now.
He was picked on as a youth, and
Did you see his video, Joe? Did you see the video he's talking about?
I even commented on it.
It's a dildo.
No. It's a sword of vengeance, ready to strike you down.
Sword of vengeance.
Yeah. So some stuff new in my life. I didn't watch Loki, but you can see I got some nice short hair and I got no facial hair. I had some accidents with a couple clippers, tried to trim my own hair and I ended up messing it up and my wife had to fix it for me. And then my mustache, I tried to trim that and mess that up and that went bye-bye too. So my adventures of trying to trim hair did not go well this week for sure. But let's talk about Loki. Loki, you watch it, Mike? You watch Loki?
I did watch it.
What do you think of Loki and the Infinity Gems there?
Loki and the Infinity Gems?
Yeah. He found all that whole drawer full of junk. It was full of Infinity Gems.
They trade them like Pokemon cards back in that
right
time authority or whatever. No, it was all right. I mean, first episode you can't. What's his name? Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
He's always been amazing as Loki in the movies and everything. So we'll see. What
about you, Joe? Go ahead. Sorry.
I did watch The Conjuring. That was pretty good.
Oh, I didn't watch that. No, I'm not into that. I'm not into the Conjuring world. Or the little doll. Well, isn't there like a doll, Annabelle, or that's part of that same world? Is that correct? Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch that. What about you, Joe? What'd you think of Loki?
I loved it. As a matter of fact, I had one thing scheduled for our little corner tonight, but I had to change it at the last minute because it was a perfect example of something. And we're going to talk about it. And we're also going to talk about how Mike lives that kind of lifestyle. He's OG in this.
Goodness. Which lifestyle are we talking about?
Adsurbism.
Who?
Adsurbism.
Yeah.
Absurdism.
Anyway, about this dildo.
Yeah, whatever. I watched Loki as well. It's kind of slow, of course it's building the story and stuff like that. So it was very much confusing, just like the first episode of WandaVision. So, but it was definitely good. I can't wait to see more. Just like Double S is saying right there too, he would want to see more. But I do appreciate it. Just come back on Wednesdays versus Fridays because I never get a chance to watch it. Very rarely Friday before the show, so it's nice to be able to catch it on Wednesday night.
Hey, Double S and Miss So are in the room as well. Looks like Sleepy Reader. He loved it as well. And Miss So says, "Evening, all. Evening, y'all."
One of those shows too that has tons of like comic book Easter eggs. Like if you're a true comic book fan, you're going to catch a lot of them and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool too, and to go back even catch stuff that you didn't even see. So,
or you could just go on YouTube and Google Loki Easter eggs.
Yeah,
you could.
Like everybody's saying they're 70.
Not 69.
Who knows? I don't know. Maybe.
Mars Comics says hello. They're in here as well.
All my favorite YouTubers are in here.
All your favorite YouTubers?
Yep.
Who's your favorite?
Out of everybody?
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Me?
You're your favorite?
Yep.
Yeah, I can see you sit around getting excited watching your own videos. I can see that. I can really see that.
Well, goddamn, you ain't making any.
I make them on here. I don't make it on my personal channel anymore. I ain't got time for that. All my favorites are here too, Mars says. So let's jump in. Anybody got anything else outside of comic books this week you want to chit chat about before we get rolling into the books?
How about that Masters of the Universe trailer?
I didn't even see one. I didn't even know there was one.
What?
I think it's clickbait. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna get into 2 episodes of this thing, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, this is not what I signed up for."
No, fuck that. It looks fucking amazing.
All right.
Is it a live action or a cartoon or what is
Cartoon.
it? Is it okay?
Kevin Smith
Okay.
is kind of leading the charge on that one. There's been some controversy behind it, saying it's mostly a story about Tila and not really He-Man and back and forth, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I saw a video pop up on YouTube today was saying that Kevin Smith's some hot water, but I think he's not really a He-Man fan or whatever.
Yeah.
But he is, or he did say he was, but now he admitted he's not, or
I'll
something.
be honest. It was a cool trailer. I really enjoyed the trailer, and I love the 80s music in the back. You need a hero. Like, I was rocking out to it. It was awesome. But
Apparently, I am not in the know because everybody's talking about it. It was amazing. That's what everybody's saying. Man, I guess I gotta watch it tonight then before I go to bed. Definitely checking that out. Seven's little sweet dreams of Tilo, right? Let's jump into the comic books for the week. Let's go to talk about what the episode is called, episode 238, Satan's Butthole. We're going to jump into that right now. And my book, Mike was saying yours didn't come polybagged. Mine came polybagged and sealed, and I had to open it up. So this is I want to say it's a cautionary tale, kind of, at the beginning of it, where if you like your girlfriend or wife to peg you, Satan's going to come ripping out your butthole.
What you?
Don't you read the book? I'm not going to show any panels of the book
is that
here.
some old prison bullshit term you got?
It might be. It might be. So at the beginning of the book, there's this couple laying in bed. They're naked, and she's just like saying he bends over and he's wanting her to shove
Something. We got it.
a phallic type device.
Just like the things
Whatever.
you draw in SS's box.
No. And so all of a sudden he's sitting there, like, he's screaming, "Help me, help me!" All of a sudden, this big fist comes out of his butthole, and there's Satan rips his butt apart and climbs out. And it says, "Please do calm down. To be a dear, direct me to the shower. We have work to do." And that's how the book opens up, with Satan climbing out of this dude's butthole. And then we find out there's this girl. She's part of a band. She has a deal with Satan, kind of like Ghost Rider. But he's willing to let her off if she goes down and tracks down to 7 spirits or 7 demons who have escaped hell. And she's like, "Okay, let's do it. I have a year to get it done." Dude, just the first few pages alone kind of like, this threw me off completely. And I understand that Mike is more okay with that. One miss says, "It's okay, Dave. Plenty of men enjoy that with their wife." That's fine. That's fine. I'm not judging. I'm not judging at all.
I am judging.
It's not my thing. It's not something I really wanted to see in a comic book, but there it was. So so this is a blast for me, for sure. But Mike, you had different thoughts on it, though. What do you think of it?
The 3 pages aside that offended Dave so much.
I wasn't offended. I was just kind of like, "Wow, God," just whatever. I wouldn't say offended, but go ahead. Sorry,
I think you're offended. All you kids are offended by this shit nowadays.
Yeah.
So yeah, she has to track down the 7 demons that escaped hell, all based on the 7 deadly sins, and I'm really curious to see how all this plays out. So if she could do it by her 27th birthday, she doesn't have to go to hell. Her contract is null and void, and I'm stashing it.
Where are you stashing it?
In the devil's asshole.
Legion's just dropping in and saying, hey, he's way behind a reading this week and have a movie night with the wife. Have a good show, guys. Hope you catch a rewind. Wait a minute. What the F is now drinking out of? I'm talking about you, Joe, probably.
Oh,
what is Joe drinking out of?
My wife had accidentally over-ordered some mead, so I have to lay off the beer and drink a bunch of mead, so that breaks out the old horn mug. I think it's an oxen horn. Yep, that's oxen.
Talking about being offended, that you, oh God, never mind. Moving on. Let's get out of this. Let's not talk about this stuff anymore. Let's move on.
What offended you now?
No, don't worry about it. This is going to be a fucked up show. Well, that's a blast for me. That's a stash for Mike. We're going to go on to Joe. Maybe Joe's got something to pull us out of this.
Let's go down this weird road that we have already headed down. Did anybody else freak snow?
No, I did not.
No.
Damn. Okay, so this thing is weird. Let me show you some of the artwork. Can you make me big, sir? You see this?
That just sounds crazy. All sorts of. This is going to be full of innuendos, and that's what she said. Kind of nice.
This is a dirty episode. So this is the artwork that you have in here. This kind of weird, sketchy. Somebody's high, but they get to draw things, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I got from this book about what it's about is basically there's a guy, right? And he's in some frozen tundra someplace. And apparently he's on some hallucinogenic drugs, and there may be some mental issues there. And he may or may not have killed his family. He's too busy arguing with a beer can and a GoBot to determine if it's true. And they convince him to go to a hole of truth because of an episode of GoBots. It's like Fear and Loathing in Alaska. It's the best way I can describe this. It is out there. It is weird. You don't really know what's going on in the art. Thing totally throws you off, and I can't really. A bunch of people died in the beginning of it in the snow, but I don't know who these people were, and I'm not even sure if it was our psycho guy, but yeah, it's out there. It so much reminds me of Fear and Loathing in Alaska. When he's all high and everything's all morbid and twisted and stuff. That's kind of what it reminded me of. I don't know if I like this, but just out of curiosity, I would probably pick up issue number 2. So it's a blast with potential. Is that a thing?
Maybe.
Here? I don't know.
Sure. Why not?
There's the review.
I thought it kind of sounded like maybe a drunken night inside of the evil secret lair. Maybe you're talking about seeing weird shit and GoBots are telling you to do stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Well, you don't have to be in the evil lair for that. He's right over there.
Yeah.
Real quick, Chip Gettler's in the room. What's going on? Chip got to hang out with him earlier today. And the comic book G-Spot's in the room, swinging in, talking about Nectar of the Gods. God bless you, sir.
Don't talk about nectar. It might offend Dave.
This is should I just rename this the Dave's Offended episode? Dave's Offended. Dave's delicate sensibilities.
I'm actually training somebody at work right now who's 21. I said, you pull that millennial shit with me, you're cut off. I'm not training you no more. Said, no, man, we'll be cool.
Just tell me to collect comic books and it's all good. Sleepy Rita says, so far these seem like bad acid trip comics. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, they're out there, Bob.
Yeah. Mike, you're up with your first book. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to bring to us and talk to us about?
Well, since we're on the road of fucked up shit. So, Bunny Mask number 1.
Yeah.
I didn't get that one either. I need to talk to Wayne. That's me over.
Yeah, so you open this book, and there's this little girl, and the demons are flying out of her asshole.
No demons flying out of her asshole.
No. Real disturbing, creepy scene where this guy is chiseling away at a little girl's bottom teeth and then like these social workers show up. One of them gets killed. The other one gets taken hostage. He's forced to work in a cave. He starts seeing this girl in the bunny mask. Is it all a hallucination? I don't know. This book is fucked up. So I was a little bit confused, but I'm intrigued. So, and then he, like, later on, he goes to, like, an art exhibit, and it's all this bunny mask shit. I don't know what the fuck. Dave, what's going on in this book?
This was a really weird book too, and when Steve at Rogue City Comics, he said, "Oh, Bunny Mask was really good," and I said, "Oh, I can't wait to read it." And now I'm kind of like, I don't think I agree on Steve with everything. This was a really messed up book. Yeah, so the guy's absolutely crazy, and he has like multiple personalities, or he hears voices in his head, and he's telling him to do stuff to go down to what's he call him, the Snitch. Welcome to the Snitch's cave. And so he ends up capturing another social worker, and he's forced to dig down in this cave with his daughter, this girl, and he keeps hearing things, and he ends up finding another little hole in the cave where all these old writings and stuff are on the wall. And he's like, "What the hell? This is just absolutely a new cavern. This is very, very old." Trying to figure it out, and the social worker ends up getting shot in the leg. Thinking the other guy's thinking he was going to escape or something like that, but then the creature comes out of the wall, the girl with the bunny mask on, and she ends up stabbing the dude. Is that what it is, or end up slitting his throat or something?
Doesn't she bite him?
I'm looking at it right here. I don't see a bite. Yeah, I don't see a bite there. She like slaps at his face and he goes down. That's all I know there. But the social worker who stands up, he's like bleeding out of his leg. But the girl in the bunny mask comes up like on her hands and knees and starts licking his wound. This like crazy licking his wound there. And the guy passes out, wakes up in the hospital. Then it's like 14 years later. He's not a social worker anymore. He's going to this art exhibit. He sees all these pictures on the wall.
Oh, now that's funny. You know what that picture is? That's a picture of a demon flying out of Dave's asshole right there.
So, well, the show must go on. Let's talk about another book.
Yeah, so I'm stashing Bunny Mask because I'm intrigued on where it's going. I like my horror stuff, so we'll see. Talk about another book, Joseph.
All right. Did you pick up Static? I know you picked up Static.
I thought that I didn't see that. I thought that doesn't come out till next week.
There it is. One per store variant right there, baby. Get yourself some of that eye candy. All right. So I'm not overly familiar. I know who Static is, but I don't know like his comic book history or the cartoon for that matter. But this reads like it picks up from an event before. Like we already know something has happened. He went a little overboard, got into a fight with a kid at school or something, and his powers kind of took over at that point. We kind of picked back up there. Apparently the bully didn't get his ass handed to him hard enough because he's coming back around and Static's got to put him down. So most of this is just a setup. These are our characters. He's got a family. Dad's kind of the patriarch, or he's kind of like the head of the household. He's trying to teach his son to be a man. And sometimes you got to step up and, things like that. You get a lot of that motivational type talk in it. But for the most part, I like this and I like where it's going because I kind of agree with the dad in this a lot. But, when they're going fisticuffs at the end of this, right? Like I'm trying to think of that one movie I really liked back in the day about the kid and dad's like, you just got to, whip his ass. Like sometimes people just need an ass whipping or you take an ass whipping. Well, it's Friday. That's it. Friday. I can't believe I forgot Friday. But yeah, I like this. I like the dynamics of it. It's not all weird and political. It's just a great story with a great character in it. And let's see where it takes us. What do you got?
Double S says Huey was doing some oral acts with that freeze frame. You know I'm gonna go back and watch this video and take a snapshot of that
Oh
shit.
yeah, we're getting snapshots of that. We're gonna make him. That's gonna be on his birthday card.
Yeah, Mars Comics said she thought Static was next week too. I swear to God, that book comes out next week, and you got it early.
Maybe, but
It won't be the first time you got a book from there early.
I always get my books early. I go on Monday and pick up all my stuff. That's why I'm able to get it to you, the fan, so early. What do you got?
I read a Challenge of the Super Sons #3.
I got that. That's something we can both talk about.
And Mars says, make it a T-shirt with it.
I'll make it one the T-shirt. I have the password for
Make it a surprise butt sex T-shirt with like a demon behind him. Oh,
and like just do like a hand drawing of a penis.
So I read this and I realized that I'm not digging any of the time travel stuff.
Really?
Yeah, it's grown old already. I'm sick of fucking time travel. The only reason I'm picking this up is for the banter between the two kids.
That's well worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm dropping it. So I'm blasting Super Sons, unfortunately.
I'm stashing it because I'm like I said, I missed the first run of the Super Sons thing. I know you and Drew were like deep into that, reading it all the time. I think Huey was kind of in and out of it. But I am enjoying this. I love the banter. I think time travel is like anything else, right? Something's got to move the plot. That's what they're using it for in here. I like Vandal Savage and Faust working together, though. That makes sense. This whole scroll thing I don't care about, but I think I'm more interested in this Aurora character. But they kept saying this was her origin story, but it just seems like this should have been the first appearance, right? Did you get that too? Like, we don't know how she got her powers. We don't know.
Who?
Aurora. Good check. Yeah. I didn't care for that too much. But for the most part, I'm enjoying the banter, the back and forth, and every now and then you get a little homage, like the Superman mobile thing going on and stuff like that. So I've been enjoying it for that. Great. Now he's got a real quick. Hugh's got to do a quick update on his laptop. That man can't catch any luck.
He's got to do a quick update.
Yeah, I bet he does. Let's see here. Yeah, everybody's begging for the T-shirt now. Yeah, say Mike. Miss Mars says she's Miss Mars. I didn't mean to say it. Mars Comic says she's the same way. She's tired of the time travel as well. Kind of lost, really. Just a banter between them, and I can see that. Yeah, good stuff. What you got next, Mike? Mikey. We should slow down. We'll have the show done in like 30 minutes, and then like his update's done, and he's gonna come in and be like, "We're all gone."
Yeah, I only have a few more books. Let's talk about another piece of shit book. Oh, a piece of shit Spider-Man book.
Oh, okay.
Web of Spider-Man #1.
Yeah, no, I didn't get that.
Yeah, good thing you didn't. This ain't for me. This is totally for a younger audience. You get a younger Peter Parker. He's part of the Worldwide Engineering Brigade, which consists of himself, some friend of Tony Stark that he picked up on the streets, with some little bum kid, I don't know, some chick from Wakanda, Moon Girl, and Squirrel Girl, because, yeah, we need those on the cover.
All the big brains. All the big brains.
They eventually let loose a bunch of holograms of the Sinister Six. No, not yeah, they're holograms of and they have to fight them, and they all combine into one. The only saving grace in this book is probably some damn good art in there. I know they just opened up the attraction in California, the Avengers Academy, and this is part of it, but I didn't realize that until I started reading it. So I'm blasting it. This is good for if you got nieces, nephews, brothers, sisters, younger 13-year-old, 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
So
Some weird guy named Dave M, whoever the hell that is, says the kid from Iron Man 3. I'm assuming that's a person in the book, the one you were talking about, Tony Stark's friend.
I didn't even pick that up because Iron Man 3 sucked too. I did not pay $20 for this book. Why were they charging $20 for this book?
Yeah, that's crazy. I wouldn't have paid that either.
I didn't want to pay the $4. If I knew what I was getting into, I wouldn't have paid $4 for
it. Let's talk about. Did you pick up Spider-Man Shadow or Spider Shadow?
Yes, the only good Spider-Man book fucking out there.
So good. This is so good. And we paid a little homage to J.J. Amerson and his little battle suit thing, the Spider Slayer suit, I believe is what it's called. We get a little homage, tip of the hat to that. We're dropping bodies left and right in this thing. Everybody's dying. It's freaking awesome. We take Spider-Man finally gets released from the suit because of a fire. We take him back to MJ because that's what we do with Peter Parker. That makes no sense, but that's what we're going to do. Wilson Fisk, he's not a thing anymore, but the police are there to take care of Peter Parker. And then what happens in the end? The Fantastic Four are pretty much getting infected with Venom symbiotes. So this is awesome. I like this. It doesn't feel like one of those Venom out of control stories where everything just gets out of control. Like it seems very localized and contained and focused, and it makes it a very interesting story, and it gives a lot of dread to it too. And it's really good. I really enjoyed this. I would definitely be stashing that. I would almost say it was my almost pick of the week.
Yeah, probably my pick of the week. I mean, I only read 3 other books, so.
You got a small stack this week with everything that came out.
What?
I said you got a small stack this week with everything that came out.
No, I got a big stack. I just haven't read a lot.
Fair.
I'm so fucking behind.
See, Dave says book was bad. Soon, Squirrel Girl showed up. I quit reading. Yeah, Squirrel Girl gets no love. That was really good. I hope they do a what if books, like going forward, multiple issues. I've heard something like that's happening. They're going to try to do something like that with various other characters. And let's see here, Spider Shadows has been a good read so far. And Double S says he's stashing it too. I agree. It was definitely good. What you got, Bob?
Let's talk about Strange Academy number 11.
Oh, let's talk about that.
So, the little crystal boy Toph is dead. He gets attacked in the hallway. They fucked him up.
They broke it. It was like picture dropping a glassed figurine on concrete. It went everywhere.
So it's a murder mystery. Well, he's not really dead. They could put him back together, but they are missing a piece, a crucial piece, which is his heart. And they bring in Howard the Duck, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Howard the Duck's like interviewing all the students, trying to see who has this last piece of the crystal. Now, I didn't know Man-Thing was married to that crystal girl.
Yeah. They live in that weird world thing. Yeah.
Whatever.
They made a babe and made out of glass.
Howard the Duck is interviewing all the kids. Excuse me.
Yeah,
I do apologize for my rudeness. I'm going to act all nice now that Dave's gone. He brings out the worst in me. But yeah, they end up finding out. I forgot the kid's name. What's the kid's
Calvin?
Calvin is the one. He's being possessed by some demon or some. It looks like a symbiote with a bunch of eyes.
It's the magic inside of him, the evil. They talked about that in the last issue.
Oh, I can't remember yesterday, let alone last issue. So,
fair enough.
But yeah, I'm still stashing this.
Yeah, I absolutely enjoyed it. It was my pick of the week, bringing in Howard the Duck, and you know, that I like the whole interviewing the kids and flashing type of things. That was pretty cool. And there was the hint that it could have been Calvin to begin with. And what we learned in the last issue just kind of confirms that this magic thing that's inside of him, coming from this weird home and being stressed and being a fat emo kid, it's just it's too much, man. You just gotta let it out. Apparently he
I'm
does.
offended.
So he's slinging his magic all over the place, he's crushing things, and it's creepy, and the artwork in here is beautiful. Sticky. So yeah, this is definitely a story, and it's good. It's whimsical, it's whimsy, it's fun, and still they do some things that make you go, ooh. So yeah, I'll keep reading this. Pick of the week.
Oh man, this is going by way too fast.
Right now in the chat, we got a thumbs up from this Dave M guy, whoever that is. Miss So, she liked the fact that Howard the Duck was in it as well. And what did Huey think of Strange Academies? Well, never know. You okay over there? Burping, farting, coughing? You all right, bud? It's only live.
There's no edits in this shit. We do. We're rich. We do what we want.
That's right. It's our show now. We've been taking this over. I'll tell you what. I'll talk about. Did you read Batman Detective?
I do it. So I watched your video, and I totally fucking agree with. There is so much Batman bullshit out there right now.
So let's do that real quick. Check this out. All right, Batman themed story, Gotham. Batman Detective, Batman Detective, Batman Urban Legend, The Joker. I'll give you a buy on that one. And then Justice League. And guess who's the main dialogue character in that one? Batman. That's all Batman. But Miss Mars wants to know if we read Geiger. We can talk about Geiger. I know you got Geiger. Did you read it yet?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, this story was heartbreaking. Oh, it's so sad. But we finally get what the conflict is between him and the kid in the casino. And his little army of characters. We finally found out what that story really is versus what the king's been telling everybody. We find out that his family's no longer alive. They're just dead in the cave. And apparently that was like, I was like, oh man, really? Like I was kind of hoping for that. He battles and protects them and then cracks it open and come find out they're all mutated and weird too, but they're all a superhero family. But that's what I get for having dreams and hopes and wishes, much like when I was single. But all in all, this was a good story. So he remembers his family being passed. So he's going to help the two living kids get the nuclear football to Colorado. And man, I can't wait for that travel. It's a quest, right? It's a quest story. So that's what we're dealing with, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's turning into a quest book, kind of like almost like Noctera. She's helping the grandfather and her granddaughter to get to the safe haven. But yeah, this is still good, still a stash. Yeah.
Hey Dave, do you want me to send you the link in your messenger and you can jump on your phone or something like that? Let us know in the chat. So you're not totally gone if it's going to be a while before your updates start. I don't want to totally miss your opinions. I'm not going to wait till he's done. Is there something you want to talk about? Hey, let's go ahead and I don't have access to the graphics, I don't think. Let me see if I got access to the graphics. But do you have your
I do.
All right. I do not because I didn't log in. I just jumped in. So what is your meat and potatoes pick of the week? Hit it. I'm sorry. Let me do the ooh la la. There you go.
That was good. This goes back. I'm not sure what year this came out. Early 2000s. It doesn't matter because we're looking at meat and potatoes.
Right.
This cover is by Joseph Michael Linzer, and this is Mystique #1.
Ooh.
We got a little meat and potato action going down there, and we're here. So Dave's probably offended by this cover.
Probably slightly.
But yeah, and this whole run, there's a lot of great covers too. If you're not familiar, check them out. That's my meat and potatoes. Yay!
Ooh la la. There you go. I got a meat and potatoes cover too.
What is?
It's
Oh,
Wonder
yeah.
Woman. I mean, Power Princess, or whatever we're calling this character. I can talk about Joker real quick. Did you read Joker?
Yeah, that's the last book I have. So
Okay. Well, we'll wait. See if he jumps on real quick so we can all jump in there. I'll talk about these two real quick. We'll get these two nailed out of the way. This is part of that Heroes Reborn. All you really need to know is that's a ripoff of Wonder Woman, and it's a Wonder Woman story inside of it. Only she's a little bit more Viking than anything else, more than rather Amazonian, if that makes any sense. I don't hate it and I don't like it. It's just kind of it's a whiskey dick issue. It's just there. Squadron Savage is Suicide Squad. It's Suicide Squad, but I did like this particular take on it and what they did with Punisher in here and how he's being able to be with his family and everything. And then they just wipe his mind and kind of reboot the whole team. I'm guessing after every mission, but I really liked Crossbones in this. I think that's a character that doesn't get used enough, so that was really fun. Let's give him a few more minutes. Do we want to hit the philosophical corner for a second?
go for it.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's now time for philosophy with Potion. All right, guys. So I wanted to talk about Loki today and kind of what's going on in that episode. Now, I have my doubts that this is going to be a maintained good story. I think we're going to get kind of a bland story after episode 3. But regardless, what exactly happened in that show is a good example of a philosophical point called absurdism. Absurdism was first kind of brought to light. He didn't invent it by a French philosopher by the name of Albert Camus. And Albert Camus says, what is absurdism but nothing more than recognizing that existence and everything around you is observed and to be truly free in it. So what does that really mean at the end of the day? He says there's only 3 real ways to deal with it. And I actually wrote those down for you. This may get a little sticky, but just work with me for a second. The 3 ways to really deal with life and overall and the ability of absurdism is, well, one option is to kill yourself. Just straight up commit suicide and be done with it so you can truly be free and over with. He was kind of a dark guy before you get too hung up. Next is commit philosophical philosophy, meaning drop philosophy overall, find a belief system to believe in. That way you can not be fully free, but have direction and focus. Like, so you join church or you dive into some science or whatever the case may be. You find something that provides law and structure into your life. And then the last one is embrace it. Embrace the absurdity of everything around you because human beings are walking contradictions to begin with. The things that they want for themselves are not necessarily the things they're willing to give away to people, and the things they tell people to do are not necessarily things that they are going to do themselves. Think about it this way. The best person that gives you the worst advice is the person that doesn't have to go through what you have to go through. But they're always the ones that give you the advice. So it's kind of whole absurd. So how does this relate to Loki? Well, think about what happened in Loki. Loki's complete structure of reality and everything he could possibly believe in was taken and torn apart to the point that he even saw his own death and how simple it was. Look at his face when he sat there and realized it was just Thanos going, right? He was destined to be something greater. He kept making that speech. And then overall, when he finds out that he's not really there to do anything distant, his belief structure gets taken away, his values, his moral system, his entire existence, and the things that he hold precious and powerful were actually useless. when he found all this out, he had to embrace the absurdity of his entire life and existence in order to move forward just functionally in some way, shape, or form. And that is absurdism in a nutshell. Thank you. Why am I big all of a sudden? What'd you do? Did Mikey leave? Oh, let's see here. Give me 1 second, folks. Let's see what's going on here. Apparently, Mikey got dumped out too. So let's see if we can fix everybody. Just kind of bear with us 1 second while we try to get some of these cats back into the room. Unfortunately, I got to open up my Facebook Messenger real quick. Other than that, what other books did you guys read this week? Anything really kind of stick out anywhere? Any good thoughts, takes on comic books? Anything you were just like, I absolutely hate this? Is that a thing? Could have been. Let's see what we got here. Me and my wife have been watching a lot of Friends too, and I'm starting to realize how ridiculous that show was. It's on HBO Max, and we stole Mike's, so it works. All right, set the invite. Let's see if they jump back in. Where did Mikey go? And I do not have access to the backstage because I'm not backstage. That's crazy. All right, let's check the chat real quick. Where are we at? Send an invite, waiting backstage. Okay, I sent the invite. You should just be popping right back in. I assume, maybe. I don't know. This is why I don't run the shows. Because I'm not the guy. Regardless. All right, let's see if they jump in here in a second. Let's see here. Loki and free will, I thought. So, yeah, free will does have something to do with it, but embracing something is where embracing the absurdity of life is where you ultimately get your freedom. Whereas if you don't embrace it and commit philosophical suicide, as Albert there mentioned, you're actually giving up your freedoms to follow some law. Rather, it's the Ten Commandments, the Torah, or whatever the case may be. So, yes, free will is there. Absurdity of the universe is at work on YouTube. Yeah, I would agree in some cases. I know Legion mentioned in his stream this morning, but my thoughts on What If and Moon Knight TV shows. That's a good point. I'm kind of wondering about those as well. See, everybody's telling me they're backstage right now. They don't realize is I'm not the host of the show, so I'm not sure how I can even go backstage to get you guys because I didn't host the show. So I don't see backstage. Unless I'm missing something, which is probably what's going on. Bounty Hunters is letting me down. I dropped Bounty Hunters. I did do that. Let's see what we got here. Share file, leave studio. Yeah, guys, I'm not really sure what to do with you guys. I do not see you. Does anybody know if you're in live stream and you didn't host the show, how to get people from backstage? You share screen? No, you don't share screen. That's not it. Do I leave the studio? Nope, I don't think I leave the studio. Maybe start a new stream. That may be what we have to do. I know I'm in a minority, but I love Moon Knight, so I'm so excited. I'm excited about the show, but I don't want them to do the. I want them to lean more on the Egyptian stuff more than I want anything else. Guys, I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go here. Let me jump out and then. Oh wait, something's going on here. Somebody's coming in.
Yeah, I'm here. Give me a second here. I got multiple things open.
Yeah, I was about to say I didn't get the I got an invite. I didn't start the launch, so I don't have a back on my end. Do you see mine?
Okay. Yeah.
While you figure that out, we'll hit up the chat a little bit more here. Justice League Last Ride was really good. I like Justice League Last Ride. That's really good. I like Lobo and stuff like that. Attack was good. Backstage got that. Bounty Hunter Let You Down. We talked about that. Maybe start a new stream. Where else is there a settings tab? Not on my end. Again, I didn't host it. He has to come in on his host to do it. I think that's where we're at. And he just started a new stream. So I'm going to jump over to that, I think. Let's see what happens. This is the first time we've had this problem. What is going on? It's crazy.
So 14 years later, the guy ends up going to. Oh, am I behind on something? What happened there, Joe? Let's see. Is that better? Was that you or is that me? So
Talk about a comic book. Check. That's awesome.
do we lose Joe now too? Oh, he popped off to fix the audio. Okay. Okay. Well, give him I don't know if it's him or it was me. I'm trying to do it from my cell phone. My power had popped off and then went to reset my laptop. As soon as it got reset, um, and then power popped off again. So I don't know. We got some kind of power outage going up the street. But I think we might just go ahead and call it a night. Hopefully, people can hear me right now. It says I have a guest here. Oh, there he is right there. Okay. I can't hear you, Joe.
Quick lightning round. Tell everybody what we got and end it.
Yes, we can finally hear people. Oh my God, what a cluster this has been. Like they're trying to do it from which is really weird. So I'm so your laptop. So, yeah, I guess I can do a quick lightning round. So, Buddy Mask. I'm sorry, Steve. I do not agree with you. You're probably not even watching at this point because of all the screw ups in the chat. It says Joe is clear. I don't know about Dave or Huey.
You sound good now.
It's a blast. I sound good now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know if they can see and hear me. I'm assuming so. The Six Sidekicks of Trigger Keaton. Didn't even get to finish reading this one. This is about this jerk of an actor who treats all of his buddies like a total asshole, and then he ended up dying. There's like a murder mystery going on. Didn't finish reading it. Batman the detective, cool backstory of Ducard. And that's all this is kind of him training Batman and all that stuff. It was okay. Web of Spider-Man. I heard you guys talking about this. I quit reading this as soon as I saw Squirrel Girl come in because I'm like, dude, what the hell? At least I'm not concerned. I'm not sure if she's considered like a big brain, smart person. So this was like, dude, I'm done. I'm not no Squirrel Girl for me. Trained Academy, another murder mystery, another relationship where boyfriend's hurt and the girlfriend's distraught. So it was kind of like, okay, we kind of told the story already with the flame dude, with the whatever his face was.
Doyle and him.
Doyle, yeah. Challenge Super Son, kind of interesting. I like the thing that Vandal is coming back in and he's trying to use the past to be able to, because he got beaten in the future, he's going back in time to try to change that, so kind of get revenge for getting beaten in the future. It's kind of a weird, twisty tale time story. Tetra Comics, a cool page of. Wait, what do you cock your head like that for?
No, I just cocked my head.
Oh, okay. A cool page of little Mike Tyson Punch Out in here. Did you see that one where Batman's going up to punch him? Like, all I thought of was Mike Tyson Punch Out. Geiger #3 was good. I definitely enjoyed this. This is good. Joker. Trying to remember what all that happened in this. I know it's still a lot of inner monologue for Commissioner Gordon going on in here, but I'm trying to remember everything that happened. That's all it is, pretty much.
It was the big battle scene.
Yeah, but not memorable enough,
Yeah.
Secret of the Land, didn't get a chance to read this one. Nightwing. What?
No, I'm just making fun of your comic books. That's all. Go ahead.
Oh, that has to do like the World War II thing. I don't know. Nightwing. I don't know why the hell I picked up Nightwing. I didn't pick up Heroes Reborn, but I picked up that shit. Squadron Savage, same thing. I don't know why the hell I picked up that.
It was all right.
That was last week. Batman Adventures 2. Maniac in New York. I'm still behind on this. I think I'm missing issue 3 or 4, so I'm not even going to read this one yet. Babyface Dave. Yeah. Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries. I love that the Batman Scooby-Doo crossover in the cartoon, so that's why I picked out kind of nostalgia factor of it. The other things I've been reading, I picked up some dollar books the other day, and I never have read this series. I only picked up one. The first one, Original Sin #1, when the Watcher gets killed. Never have read that thing, so I ended up picking that one up. There's some other covers there, and I started going back and reading one of my absolute favorite Punisher storylines. Put 1 through 5 of this on my days I didn't have comics. So
nice.
That's my list. I'm sticking to it. This has been a shitty show. I knew Satan Butthole would get us somehow, and it would.
Let me run through my lightning round real quick.
Here we go. There we go.
God damn! Here too. God damn! It's about time you brought me back.
So
I'm going for my phone, so I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I pick up Rabid World #1 by Scout Comics. This is a zombie story. It takes place on the Eastern Shore, all the way up to Baltimore, Maryland. And apparently the writer of this book does not know how to read a map because he's under the impression that the Eastern Shore is in Maryland.
What is he, stupid?
Yeah, he's fucktard. So shame on you for not knowing how to write there, Todd. Go fuck yourself. All right, Amazing Spider-Man. I thought the last arc was done, so I was like, hey, let's take a little peek in here and see what's going on. Still garbage. Huge blast. Joker. I like this. Quick battle. Kind of uneventful, like Dave said, but this got sadistic real quick where the Joker's heating up some wire and sewing a motherfucker's mouth shut. I was like, damn. But really, hey, writers out there that are writing all these comic books, not everything has to directly relate to the Killing Joke. Let's give that story a break and let it stand on its own. Show some creativity, and write a story of your own instead of piggybacking off a great writer's work. What do you say? You do that? I don't know why they'd be watching this show. All right. Justice League Last Ride. I enjoyed this. This is good. We got some Lobo action in here. It's not some weird Lobo that we're not familiar with. It's like the Lobo that we all know and love. And he's sarcastic and he's talking his shit. And Batman's Batman, Superman's Superman. And right now they're in their roller coaster of a relationship where they're not talking to each other. Let's see here. Batman Urban Legends. This was kind of a slow issue for me. The only thing I'm really getting out of this is the Grifter storyline in it. That's probably my favorite story. The other ones, so forgivable. I don't even care about it. Let's see here. Batman the Detective, where he's in jolly old England doing his thing. Get introduced.
Jolly old England.
Jolly old England. We kind of get a Bruce Wayne, in his early days when he was training, kind of the origin story of their relationship with Ducar. And, of course, Bruce Wayne gets framed for the death of Ducar, even though he tried to save his life. A Batman Detective. Can I just go ahead and say that Mr. Worth in this, I'm digging this character. Like, this guy straight up called the police department, told everybody to leave, and then started lobbing RPGs into the police just to kill Bruce Wayne because maybe possibly he had something to do with his daughter's death. I love absolutism like that, and that's beautiful. Gotham. Gotham is Gotham. I called it on this show. The mysterious voice from the alley, it was Bruce Wayne. We all knew that. And everybody was like, no, he died. Remember, the place blew up. And I'm like, come on, it's comic books. It's Bruce Wayne. He's got the Red Hood, or Peacemaker Red now, doing a bunch of undercover work for the magistrate. And, of course, the entire Bat family hates the Red Hood because, well, he's a douchebag. And that's my hauls for the week. Mike, you got anything?
During all that shit fuck that we call Blast It or Stash It, I went to Pornhub real quick because Dave wasn't letting me back in the show.
What'd you find?
Who's he talking to? Who are you talking to?
It's your lightning round.
I said, what'd you find? Anything good?
The only other book I read was Joker. You guys said enough about this. Still good. I haven't read Space Bastards #6, Detective Comics 1036, Batman Detective I don't know what the fuck. How did I? Whatever. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 117, Justice League Last Ride #3, Maniac of New York #5, Bounty Hunters 13, part of the War of the Bounty Hunters crap. Batman the Detective. What? This is #2. Here's #3. #3, Heroes Reborn #5. Fuck you, Double Glass. Squadron Travelers.
I don't know what Joe's laughing about so much over there.
I drink too much. You can't rely on me for anything.
And Nightwing #1. What the fuck
are you ripping like random paper over there? What are you doing?
No, I have the pre-sticky bags, and I'm sealing my books up.
Are you purposely doing it over the mic, or is that an accidental thing?
I'm just a little irritated this show with shit.
You really gave up tonight, didn't you?
Like J. Scott Campbell for Spider-Woman #1.
Well, that's nice. That's nice, Carl.
What's nice about my phone, I guess, I could bring it around the room and show you different things if I wanted to. But I don't want to. Quick question for Joe before you guys go. Are you still working in your own comics theories. Could have sworn you mentioned it in an older video on your channel.
Yeah, so we're working on it. Not recently though. We kind of had to take a little break. I was getting a little frustrated. We have an issue
I can understand that.
1, or I'm sorry, we have an issue 0 and then a 1 through 5 written out, but apparently we seem to be having problems. Apparently, and I didn't know this was a problem, but apparently when you say somebody, hey, if you do something for me, I will give you multiple things of this thing with dead pictures, or I'm sorry, pictures of dead people on it that you can use to trade for other things like money. And apparently people don't like that anymore. People don't want money. Like, because I've offered. It's like, well, I don't know if I got time. And I'm like, well, how much money do I need to give you to be part of your time? Like, so I don't know. It's weird. And mind you, I'm not saying this is going to be a good comic book. I'm just saying, because I'm a firm believer, if I'm going to sit here and blast or stash research, structure, or whatever the case may be, I can at least put myself out there in a comic book so somebody can do it to me. I think that's fair. Looking for comic books. I have a comic book auction going on it in Sunday. I'll throw that in there. Also, all my sales from comic books for this year are going to a new belt sander because my little tiny one's not working very well for me.
That's what she said. I'm almost done. I'm almost done peeling my little shit off.
Yeah, we're having a great time. This is the perfect time to do it on a live show, man. You're killing it. This is content that you, the viewer, needed. You just didn't know it.
You just didn't know. You know, I got 2 more to go here. Yeah. So we want to go ahead and call it a night. Get this fucking shit show off here.
This was one of our worst ones. First off, we should just apologize. I'm not even sure what happened. We've never had that problem before.
This episode will go right down the memory hole. If you know what that's from.
The Satan's butthole episode.
Satan's butthole episode.
We'll definitely be taking some clips from this for our year-end review.
Brought to you by NyQuil. Okay, I think Dave, Mike, and Joe, everyone in the chat, love you guys. Have a good weekend. I think she's making a good thing for us to say sayonara as well. We're going to go to bounce out here. Hopefully next week will be a little bit better, and we have power. I don't know what these people are doing here in town. They're running into poles or knocking stuff like that. Huge freeze frame episode. I got to go back and watch that because I could not hear a damn thing you guys are saying about that. So I got to go rewatch that for sure. I do not think my hand was like this. My hand was not like that.
So we'll call it the cup and balls.
The cup and balls. Okay. Well, the Boston, what is that? Happy reading. And wait, hold on a second. Let's do something. Do one thing here real quick. I got to figure out how to do this here. We didn't do it.
Ooh la la.
Mike, what?
Yeah, we did.
Your meat and potato, real quick.
We did it.
You did it? Okay. Okay, what are you blasting with a hashtag reading? And we'll hopefully fucking see you next week. Bye.